Hello, thank you for turning to my channel, OG of Utah. And I want to say that I'm taking this channel back to its original purpose. I started this channel about 2 or 3 years ago with the intent of bringing content to help people understand my conversion to the Mormon church. Now, I'm an African American individual. So that makes me a minority in the church, and there has been talk of racism in the church, and probably so. But I want to explain my journey and explain how this conversion has helped me in my life, and I want you to stay with me just a few minutes while I talk about my conversion. When I first gave my testimony after my baptism and my indoctrination into the church, I told of how I was an antagonist against the church, how I thought that the church was wrong, did not know the word of God, were walking in error. And I set out to prove this. But when I gave my testimony, a brother came up to me after the meeting and said, "My God, that is the testimony of the modern day Paul." And I had to think about that. And the other day I was reading in the book of Acts about the conversion of Paul. And I saw how he went about persecuting the Christians. He was doing the wrong thing for the right reason that he thought. And that was me. When I first came to Salt Lake City to live there permanently in 2004, I brought with me a bundle of papers and CDs and studies that I had been undertaking to prove to the people in Salt Lake City, to prove to the Mormons, if you will, that they are in error of their ways. Now, when I look back at that, I think how comical it was. And I wonder, what was I thinking? Well, thank God that God doesn't hold me accountable for my ignorance. So I came to Salt Lake City with CDs. Now, we have to realize this was in 2004. So CDs were the thing. But it was talking about how the church was wrong, the beliefs of the church, which I thought were crazy. It talked about the Book of Mormon, and I knew all of the rhetoric on how to discount the theology of the church. So in my encounters when I first got there, I had a lot of visits with the missionaries. A lot of arguments. Well, at least on my part. Let me tell you a little bit about my mindset during that time. I considered myself a Christian. I had been a Christian for a long, long time. However, nothing in my life, if you would look and put it under a microscope, would indicate that I was a Christian. I was an alcoholic. I used drugs. Morality was out of the question. There was nothing that would show you that I was a Christian other than my lips telling you that I was. So there was no fruit in my Christianity. But yet I proclaimed it. I thought I knew it all, but there was nothing working in my life, and there was something missing, and I knew it.